Right. Good afternoon, everyone, and we want to welcome you to the Nigerian BimaLab Insurtech Accelerator program. It's our pleasure to have all of you joining us this particular afternoon. We are honored to have all of you really being part of this big launch. One of the things that we believe is that insurance plays a very critical role, particularly within the economy. And one of the key things that maybe we need to mention is that each and every day, whenever you wake up, the first thing that you face is risk. And it is crucially important for us to think about how then do we protect ourselves. And with that, then the only thing that comes in mind is insurance. So that's how important insurance is. And we are privileged this particular afternoon to have quite key notable speakers that will be able to speak to us during this particular launch, and also just to kind of get ourselves in track with what this particular program is intended to achieve. Maybe just to, in a way, give us a little background of what BimaLab entails. Now, BimaLab is a platform that will create an enabling environment, particularly for Insurtechs and also innovators that look into creating tractable change within the insurance ecosystem. We believe that Africa needs to really be at the forefront of providing that particular level of change that is necessary to create that resilience. And what needs to be done is that all the players within the insurance sector needs to look at how then can this be made possible. Now, one of the key things that we need to highlight is that the insurance penetration in Africa is still below the average minimum of around 7% that we need to have in Africa. By the way, the insurance penetration level across the African continent stands at only 3%. Now, if you look at even the insurance penetration in Nigeria, that particular number is still below what we would term as an average in Africa. And we believe that with all these actors that we'll be having this particular day, we are going to provide that systemic change that will enable us create the necessary resilience. Now, also it has been mentioned that technology has solved inherent challenges, particularly around inclusion. And one of the things that comes in mind for those particular persons that are in this particular continent is that technology has seen way in which we would provide services to various communities and also persons and also businesses that are highly vulnerable to a number of risks. More importantly, it has enabled us to include those particular persons who are inherently excluded in the past. And we believe that we can do more by allowing technology to be at the center stage for us to be fully, or in a way, highly, maybe in a way, getting more resilience within our market. Now, technology will also enable us to expand insurance coverage. And that is something that we cannot say that might not happen, because we've seen how important technology is. We've seen how important, particularly when it comes to provision of services, how technology will be able to enable those particular services to be provided in a more cost-effective manner, but also in an accessible way. So we believe that we are at that particular time that we need to push together towards enabling this particular market to realize its intended dream. Maybe just to give a bit of numbers and where BimaLab stands. BimaLab was initially initiated in Kenya, and Kenya was the first country to benefit out of this particular program that is supported through FSD Africa, and we are privileged that we are now working with NICOM, the insurance regulator, to provide this particular program to Nigeria. We believe that we can lead and expedite the necessary change to enable us to get to the right traction towards providing insurance services. Over than that, NICOM has a very important mandate, and one of the key things that is good to highlight is that NICOM's mandate also covers what we call market development, and that basically provides us with a great opportunity to collaborate with the NICOM, given that not all regulators across the world have that particular mandate. I've been made aware that NICOM has been doing a lot in terms of developing the insurance market in Nigeria, and this basically comes to enable us to even do more as a team in Nigeria. Maybe just to highlight some of the key objectives that this particular program intends to achieve. We want to ensure that the Insurtechs will have space to grow, at the same time space to scale, and enable them turn the ideas into validated products and solutions that are ready for market and investors. The second thing is that we want to create an environment that enhances partnership between the incumbent insurance companies, insurance brokers, but also these new innovators that want to create that change within the insurance ecosystem in Nigeria. Over and above that, as FSD Africa, we are looking into also providing financial support and technical support to these particular Insurtechs that will be providing the solutions within the Nigerian market. It is my privilege that to take you through today's program, and one of the key important things is that we have the dignitaries with us today. We are privileged to have Mr. Kelvin Massinjam. He's the Director of Risk and Resilience at FSD Africa. We are also going to have Mr. Ben Jones, who is the Deputy UKI Commission to Nigeria. And also we are going to have Mr. Thomas Sunday, who is the Commissioner for Insurance at NICOM. But also we are privileged and honored to have Honorable Minister for Finance, Honorable Zainab, with us this particular afternoon. Over and above that, we are going to take you through what this particular program entails, what the program overview will look like. At the end of the day, we are going to call for applications, creating a platform to get the innovators running and getting themselves to work. We are happy and privileged to be part of this particular ecosystem. I'm Elias Omondi. I work for FSD Africa as a senior manager, and I will be taking care of this particular program this particular afternoon. I want to just call upon Mr. Kelvin Massinjam to really give us some key remarks regarding this particular program. And we are happy to have you, Mr. Kelvin, with us this particular afternoon, and we are looking forward to hearing from you. Welcome, Kelvin.
Thank you very much, Elias. And to the dignitaries, Honorary Zainab Shamsuna Ahmed, Minister of Finance, Thomas Sunday, Commissioner of Insurance at NICOM, Ben Llewellyn-Jones, Deputy High Commissioner in Nigeria. And ladies and gentlemen, it's a real pleasure to be with you today. As Elias said, I'm Director of Risk and Resilience at FSD Africa, and as an organization, we are very excited and proud to support the launch of BimaLab in Nigeria. At FSD Africa, what's important to us is addressing systemic challenges within Africa's financial markets and taking practical action to solve them. And the team that I lead looks at developing resilience in Africa through financial markets, with the insurance industry being one of the main channels for that. And so supporting the growth and development of the insurance sector in Nigeria is a high priority for us. But as Elias has mentioned, there's a lot to be done. When we look at insurance markets in sub-Saharan Africa, it's very clear that there's a high risk protection gap, as is the case in Nigeria. And I don't want to bore you with going into the details of that. But I think the point is that in order to solve that challenge, we need different approaches. We need innovation so that we can develop solutions that are well suited to customers that are emerging and develop insurance products that are appropriate and affordable for those markets that are currently underserved. And when we look at the incumbent insurance industry, what we see is that they to be honest, are slow to innovate. So there is some innovation happening, but it's generally slow. And there's several structural issues for that. There's legacy systems, there's high operating costs that make it difficult to profitably serve, lower income segments. And so we're really looking to the Insurtech ecosystem to develop the type of solutions that we need to overcome these challenges and to reach the currently unserved. And so our message to the Nigerian Insurtech ecosystem today is that we need you. We need Insurtechs with new ideas and innovations that come to solve particular problems. And we're here as BimaLab Nigeria to support in terms of acceleration and in terms of ecosystem development, because we really do believe that leveraging digital technology will enable new business models and products to be developed. And what we've seen is that Insurtechs are very good at identifying customer pain points, and they're developing pretty targeted solutions that meet those customer needs, and doing it in a way that's cost effective, leveraging digital technology, and doing it in a way that creates a customer journey for individuals or businesses that is attractive. And so we need you, we need your solutions. And so at the end of this launch, there'll be a call for applications. We encourage you to apply and to get involved, and we're here to support in terms of taking those solutions to the next level, ensuring that you get funding and are then able to move on and get some traction in the market. We also recognize that it takes an ecosystem, and that we need to create the right enabling environment. You need regulation and processes that support innovation in areas like capital requirements, product approval processes, intermediary rules, and things like this. And that's why BimaLab, in partnership with NICOM, is such an important initiative for the Insurtech ecosystem in Nigeria to thrive, and why we're so happy to support it. At FSD Africa, we encourage supervisors to invest in resources that enable them to understand and respond to new products and services, especially that Insurtechs develop. And so we applaud this BimaLab initiative, which does just this. As Elias said, the technical resources, the knowledge and skills needed to work with Insurtechs are not always part of a supervisor's remit, but NICOM is investing in market development, is investing in these resources and skills. And so we're delighted to partner with NICOM and believe that initiatives like BimaLab have a key role to play in transforming the insurance sector. And so we're really looking forward to this program. We're excited to see what innovations will emerge, what new ideas will come out. And so we do encourage all the startups that are part of this call to apply. We know from other programs that the competition to join the cohort will be fierce, but for those that make it, there will be a large opportunity to move forward with your businesses, to get the support that you need, to really catalyze your growth and develop solutions that can make a meaningful change in the market. And so wouldn't it be fantastic if there was an Insurtech unicorn that came out of Nigeria and that we were able to support through working together. And so we're excited to launch this program, and excited to continue to work together as we look to catalyze growth in the Nigerian insurance market. Thank you very much.
Right. Thank you very much, Calvin. And you've mentioned that FSD Africa is highly committed to catalyze that necessary growth within the insurance market. And that can only be done by all of us working together. You've also mentioned the commitment that we have put together with NICOM, just to ensure that we become organizations that will drive this change and lead this particular change. Thank you very much. And I'll call upon our Deputy High Commissioner to UK High Commission in Nigeria, Mr. Ben Jones, to give us his keynote address.
Thank you. Thanks very much indeed, Elias, and thank you very much indeed to Calvin, and a privilege to be with all other honoured guests, including the Honourable Minister, representatives of NICOM and beyond. My name is Ben Llewellyn-Jones. I'm the British Deputy High Commissioner based here in Lagos, in Nigeria. And I'm really privileged and pleased to be able to say just a few words about BimaLab and our support. I mean, in the past decade, technology and innovation have had, as we know, a significant impact on Nigeria's main sectors, particularly financial services, I see that based here in Lagos, but also healthcare, education and agriculture. And backed by government policies and the proactiveness really of the private sector, the information, communication and technology ICT sector has experienced exponential growth, in some respects bucking other trends, resulting in an increase in Nigeria's GDP of 14.2%, nearly doubling the oil sector's 7.3% contribution in the third quarter of 2021. And digital startups have propelled innovation across Nigeria to enhance people's livelihoods, alleviate challenges faced by those who are excluded from basic social infrastructure, and indeed position Nigeria as a major tech powerhouse. And all of these have led to an estimated $1.27 billion in investments into the Nigerian digital ecosystem in 2021, accounting for 44% of total investment in this space in Africa. And we, the UK government, have been a long and enthusiastic supporter of leveraging technology and innovation as major vehicles for making impact and supporting the Nigerian government as it moves ahead. And this has been accomplished through a variety of channels, including the Department of International Trade, our office here in Lagos, the UK Tech Hub, the UK's Digital Access Programme, and we launched ourselves as well the Global Entrepreneur Programme within the Department of International Trade to support Nigerian tech innovators in scaling up their expertise and operations. And our Tech Hub here in Lagos provides support for Nigerian startups and is currently driving or helping to support at least the passage of Nigeria's Startup Bill, which is a joint initiative between Nigeria's tech startup ecosystem and indeed the presidency to harness the potential of Nigeria's digital economy. So in light of the significance of this launch, I'd express my not just support but my appreciation to NICOM's leadership for championing the development of the Nigeria BimaLab, aiming to support the adoption of innovation in the insurance sector in Nigeria, as well as foster ideas that could expand access to insurance products and services to the underserved and excluded. And as a result of COVID-19's negative impact and the resulting need for improved resilience against economic shocks, innovative insurance becomes increasingly important in addressing these emerging vulnerabilities among businesses and households. So the partnership between NICOM and the Financial Sector Deepening Africa, FSD Africa programme, it's crucial, we know that, in fostering the development of an Insurtech ecosystem that focuses on growth, inclusion, and indeed supporting the creation of strategic alliances. So the launch is a significant first step, but it's vital to remember so much more is required to ensure long-term sustainability. And so I would like to encourage and support the management of NICOM to build a market-friendly environment for the development of a consistent pipeline of innovations and to collaborate with private sector stakeholders. And collaboration with the private sector is of course key and would help ensure the development of use cases and the, if you like, democratization of microinsurance products for the most marginalized populations. So we're very supportive, very, very keen. We at the UK and Nigeria team very much behind this, very much working in lockstep with NICOM, with FSD Africa, and indeed with the ministries and the Honourable Minister to try and make this work, and hugely excited by today's launch. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much, Ben Lynn Jones, for your remarks, and importantly, you've mentioned the need of us looking at long-term sustainability of this particular program in a way that will provide us with that systemic change. Also, you mentioned the need of market collaboration, and this highly highlights why FSD Africa, which is funded by the UK government through the UK aid, is working together with NICOM to ensure that we provide a platform for market collaboration, but also creating that particular ecosystem that will provide opportunities around long-term sustainability that you've highly addressed. Also, one of the key things that you've mentioned is the need of having market-friendly regulations and really creating that enabling environment. And I believe with this particular exercise, together with other programs that FSD is also assisting NICOM to achieve, then we are going to create that enabling environment for market actors and players within the insurance industry. Thank you very much, and it's an honor to have you, Ben. I want to call upon the Honourable Minister, Zainab Shamsuna Ahmed, to give us her keynote address. Honourable Minister, we are really privileged to have you this afternoon, and we are privileged to really you being part of this particular program towards creating an enabling environment for Insurtechs in Nigeria, but also the entire insurance ecosystem. Welcome, Honorable Minister. If you're on mute, you can let me know. I'll be able to unmute you. Right, as we...
Yeah, Elias, it doesn't look like they're on the call yet, so maybe we move on and we'll allow them to speak after.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Right, so let me call upon our Commissioner for Insurance, Mr. Thomas Olurundare Sande. It's always a pleasure to work with NICOM, and through your able leadership, we've managed to really take a lot of projects on track, and we are looking forward to hear your keynote address. Welcome, Mr. Thomas.
Yeah, thank you, Elias. The Honorable Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, as maybe represented, the Deputy High Commissioner to Nigeria, Mr. Ben Jones, Mr. Kelvin Mazinga, the Director of Risk and Resilience, FSD Africa, and my brother Elias, thank you so much for this opportunity. Nigeria insurance sector has the potential, of course, to significantly stimulate economic growth and contribute to the stability of the financial system, as this can be seen in other developed economies. However, there are pre-existing challenges like low uptake of insurance, inadequate product packaging and delivery system, hard to reach customers, and low adoption of technology. All these have combined to hinder the role of insurance as engine of economic recovery and growth. In the National Insurance Commission, it is our firm belief that with the intervention of BimaLab in our service delivery, consumers of insurance products will begin to enjoy good customers experience through appropriate channels that meet their needs. It is also expected that the education of the public on enlisting for insurance service and how to make claims will be greatly enhanced. We have found solution in Insurtech, and we are glad to note that with BimaLab support, there will be acceleration of insurance technology, the adoption of technology in insurance delivery process. There is no reinventing the wheels. What is working in other jurisdictions can be adopted, and that is why we are leveraging on cross-border cooperation. And I must state clearly that relationship with the Kenya market has been quite beneficial. We have had cases relating to yield insurance with respect to agri insurance, Now we're having a total overview of service delivery within the insurance sector, starting from product packaging, distribution channel effectiveness, and claims management. We believe that innovation that comes with BimaLab will be quite beneficial to our market. I will take advantage of this forum to just quickly state the direction of the Commission for the period 2021 to 2023. We are looking at entrenching effective and efficient service delivery, and also to ensure safe, sound, and stable insurance sector. Also, to adequately protect policyholders and public interest. A major cardinal of our plan is to improve on trust and confidence in the insurance sector. And finally, and most relevant to the subject of discourse, is to encourage innovation and promote insurance market development. I'm sure in the course of this engagement, a lot of things will come to light. And after this engagement, I believe we will have a market that is set and ready to develop or drop for our consumers services that meet their needs. Once again, I want to thank BimaLab for all their efforts. We have engaged on various platforms. Our web aggregator guideline had been finalized, but for the need to benchmark international best practices. Hence, BimaLab had assisted at some point to x-ray what we have developed. Of course, when I mean BimaLab in this respect, Elias has been in the forefront. We've looked at our sandbox guideline that has been concluded. We are running them through quality control before they are released to the market. We are set to go. The cardinal of this administration is to ensure that we do a lot to add value to the insurance market in Nigeria and the economy in general. I want to thank you. I believe that we are set to go, and the economy of this country and Africa as a whole will be the principal beneficiary. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. You are muted.
Elias, you're muted. Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much, Mr. Commissioner. And I'm seeing virtual clubs, and yeah, this is what COVID has enabled us, that we can also club virtually. In fact, somebody mentioned that if Nigeria is sick in Africa, then the entire Africa gets the disease. And if Nigeria sneezes, then Africa will sneeze. Now, if Nigeria will be able to get BimaLab going, I think it will be transformational for the entire African continent. And those are quite, I would say, great remarks that we've had from the commissioner. He kind of mentioned a number of challenges, ranging from the low insurance uptake to low adoption of technology, to also products that do not really meet the needs of people within the market. And he's also mentioned the importance of customer centricity. In fact, somebody was reminding me that you can take an example of somebody calling for an Okada, and that is how you call it in Nigeria. So you call an Okada, then once the Okada comes, you will be begged by the Okada man, please use my Okada to get you to point B. But once you get to point B, or maybe once you've gone into that particular mode of transport, is not concerned because he knows that he has already taken your money and he wants to drop you to the next available space or stage. And maybe that's how sometimes we term insurance, whereby at that particular point of sale, people will give you all the good news, and people will try and beg you as much as possible to get covered. And once you are on cover, and when it comes to claim, you become not only as a customer, but you become a beggar. So I believe that with these particular systems and products that look into customer centricity will, in a way, change the perception that you usually have in the insurance market. Now, I'll beg to go to the next stage, and just to we'll be able to have the minister talking to us. Right, Tonya?
We have the minister's representative, and the name is Abimbola.
Great. Right, so welcome, and let's get to hear the minister's address. Thank you.
So Abimbola, if you can just unmute yourself, I've enabled it. All right, maybe he's not ready.
Right, Tonya, you'll notify
I'll let
us.
you know. Yes,
All right,
will do.
thanks. Yeah, right. So as we wait for the minister's representative to give the keynote address on behalf of the minister, I'll beg to go to the next stage. Now, it's always important to hear from people that have gone through this particular program. It's great to mention that BimaLab program has been conducted in the past, and we were privileged to work with the insurance regulator in Kenya to run the first and the second BimaLab Insurtech Accelerator programs in Kenya. We've seen a great success in Kenya, whereby some of the participants in BimaLab, maybe just to give an example, one company was developing telematics within the sector, and that particular company has gone ahead to sign a deal with Toyota to provide telematics within the Kenyan space. We've also managed to get some of the Insurtechs partnering with already existing companies. So for instance, we had Bismart, that was one of the participants in the BimaLab, signing up with one of the largest insurance companies in Kenya, really to ensure that that particular program or product got into the market. So today we have Mr. Alfred Kasiendu, who is going to kind of give us some remarks on what really this particular program entails. Welcome.
Thank you, Elias, and good afternoon to everybody on the call. All protocols observed. My name is Alfred Ludwig Kisidu, and I'm a co-founder of RedPair. RedPair is an Insurtech company that is based in Nairobi, Kenya, and here in Accra, Ghana. We took part in the BIMA 2 acceleration program in Kenya last year, and it's been awesome for us. And so today I'm going to share with you some of the things that we learned and some of the things that stuck with us. And for those individuals and companies who are here, who are considering whether this will be a good idea to spend time in, I want to speak directly with you to let you know that it's one of the best things that you could possibly spend your time on. I will touch on a few things, and before I do that, let me just walk you through exactly what RedPair does, for instance. So what we do as an Insurtech is that we partner with insurance companies to be able to leverage on WhatsApp as a distribution channel. And so what we do is we build chatbots on the WhatsApp platform that is able to do complete underwriting right from beginning to the end. And we integrate payments like card payments or FTs or mobile money payments on WhatsApp. So your customers can do the transaction from end to end on the WhatsApp platform. Now, when you look at or when you think about the Bima Acceleration program, there are two things that really come up. Yes, there's a prize money, which most people will focus on, but there is another benefit that you also gain, which mostly we don't actually think through properly unless you've gone through the program and you appreciate the things that you take, just like I'm coming to share with you, and that is capacity building. Capacity building is one of the key things that you get when you go through the Bima Acceleration program, because after that program, you're no longer going to be the same person, or your company is not going to be the same company that was before joining the program. And for me, it was quite significant, you know, after having worked in the corporate space for almost a decade or more in the banking sector. I spent more than 10 years with EcoBank and other banks in the industry, and in some insurance companies as well. So when I took the decision with my co-founder to actually start or embark on this journey, we thought it was a done deal. But you and I know that, look, the reality is different. The reality of starting something is different, you know, to the point where it starts making money. It's a very long and difficult journey. Okay, but the beauty is that programs like the BimaLab Acceleration program is geared towards building capacity as well, so that the journey does not become too difficult or arduous as well. Now, some of the things that stuck with me and my team as I'm going through the program is there's number one, the sincere environment that the organizers created, and that is very key, and that made the BimaLab program for us very successful. And what this means is that the warm reception, for instance, for those of you who are going to apply, you will meet Emma, a warm, nice reception that welcomes you to the program. And the fact that no idea is little or irrelevant. Everyone is encouraged to share their idea, okay, and their thoughts. If somebody's idea or thought is not good, no, we don't shut it down. We allow everybody to share their thoughts in a very respectful manner. And that, for me, stuck with me especially. And the things that I'm sharing with you, really, these are the same things that the cohort members who were in the group will say as well. Everybody enjoyed this aspect of the sincere environment that was created. And that was key. The second part was also the fact that the organizers brought in knowledgeable personnel to share their knowledge with us. And that was very key, you know, because at the cohort, we needed to hear from people who have done very well in their fields or similar to what we are trying to do. And this was key. And what happened was that once you have these knowledgeable people coming to share their thoughts with you, and the fact that they have been very successful in their respective fields, okay, and they had authority on the subject that they were sharing with us, this helped align our thoughts, and it equipped us to re-strategize, for instance, in areas where we had to re-strategize. And that was something that stuck with us and most of the cohort members as well. You realize I keep mentioning some of the cohort members, and I'll come to the reason why I am referring to all the members and not just myself, because as I speak today, I can stand on authority and say, look, I'm speaking on behalf of most of the members within the cohort, if not all of them, and I'll come to that as well. There's one thing that also stuck with us, which is the mentorship. Every cohort in the acceleration program is assigned a mentor. And these mentors are not just people who are just picked randomly. These are people who have gone through the journey of building a company, or who have gone through the journey of being an entrepreneur and have reached a stage where they are successful, and they can share their experience with you, and they can also help mentor you. And that was extremely important in the whole program. And for us, our mentor was phenomenal. And look, up to today, even though we've gone through the program and we are done, we are still in touch with our mentor. Okay, now there's a friendship that has been developed between us. And I keep saying it, he's helping us get transactions or deals in Europe, where he is based, for instance, with some banks and insurance companies. And you couldn't have a better opportunity than what we got through the mentor program. Elias has already mentioned some of the successful partnerships that have ensued as a result of other cohort members being part of this acceleration program. So if you're there and you're thinking whether this is going to be worth your while, then please look at it, and then you can also join, because indeed it's going to be worth your while. I come to the members. We have formed a great friendship, and that is my fourth point. We formed great friendship with all the members within the cohort. Okay, now when you come to this acceleration program, what happens is that then you get to meet companies or individuals within the ecosystem within which you're trying to operate. So you know who to go to when you need something. There are research companies, there are individuals who are doing different things. So now when you're looking for something, you're not lost. Okay, and that is what we have done. And for those here who are listening and considering whether to be part of this program as well, that is one of the things that you need to look out for. Being able to get in touch with the fellow cohort members, going into partnership. I mean, just talking to know what each member is doing, and you can form great friendship out of there. And that is why I say what I say when I said, for instance, that I speak on behalf of almost everybody who was part of the BIMA 2 acceleration program. Then the last point, which is very significant as well, which I want you to take away, is the Ubuntu effect. Now, when you're part of the BIMA acceleration program, for instance, when you're done, you realize that you are not alone on the journey. Now you belong to a community of like-minded individuals who are on the same journey as you. And what Elias and the team have done is to create a WhatsApp group of alumni members. And so we are all there. And what we do is that we share ideas. Now, when a member achieves something, everybody shares in their joy. And what this does is that it's not every time that as an entrepreneur or as a startup, you're going to have, it's not a bed of roses. There are difficult moments. But when you see how we share in the joy of each other, it is uplifting. And that is what you get through the BIMA acceleration program as well. So yes, I would like to share these 5 points with you and encourage the individuals out there who are considering to be part of this BIMA program to take the step and be part of it. And it's been a great experience for us. And thank you so much for your time. And thank you for the organizers for allowing me to share my thoughts on this as well. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Alfred. And it's always a pleasure to have you, given that you did participate in the BimaLab 2 in Kenya. One of the key things that it's good to mention is that Insurtech has no borders in Africa. The problems that people face in Nigeria are the same problem that people face in Kenya and in Ghana or in Uganda. So one of the key things that we believe is that we can provide an Africa-wide ecosystem that tends to solve the challenges that are faced by Africans. We believe that we are built to tackle these particular problems that we daily face in Africa, and all of us have that opportunity to create that traction towards creating that particular change. Maybe just to highlight some of the things that Alfred has mentioned. There is mentorship that is highly provided, and one of the key things that maybe I would need to mention is that we have top mentors across the world. One of our mentors is Tang Loik. Tang Loik was the first persons to set up an Insurtech in China under the brand Tunjumbao. So this is one of the mentors that really participate in our programs, and we want them to provide their experience to this particular continent. And having that kind of high level mentorship, then it really creates an environment that will be ready to achieve these particular solutions that are being developed. Also, we've talked about coaching. Over and above that, there's financial support, technical support, partnership, because somebody asked, how then do we incubants participate? Now, incumbents will be at the center stage, really, to enable these particular innovators to move forward. And we believe that the incumbent insurance companies will be partnering and also will manage to shadow this particular program, because they have challenges, and we believe that with the partnership that we are creating, the team that will be taking through this particular program can be able to give them solutions to some of the challenges that are currently facing. So we always encourage and enable our innovators to connect at a very high level with the existing insurance companies within a particular jurisdiction. Now, I'll go to the next stage. Maybe, Tonya, if the ministry is ready, you can notify me, but I'll just go to the next stage. Maybe, Tonya, if there's any news from your end.
Go ahead.
All right, thanks. Right, so it's now good to maybe get the program overview. And before we do that, I'm honored to invite the Deputy Commissioner for Insurance Technical, Mr. Sabiu Bello Abubakar, to kind of just tell us what is there in the Nigerian market and how then does this particular program connect with what is currently on the ground. And thereafter, we'll be able to highlight some of the opportunities and what we intend to do on this particular program. Welcome, Mr. Sabiu Bello Abubakar.
Thank you very much, Mr. Alias, the Honorable Minister, Finance, Director Risk and Resilience of FSD Africa, Deputy Commissioner, Deputy High Commissioner, Nigeria, Honorable Commissioner for Insurance, my colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. At NICOM, the journey is actually historic. We started developing the market since when we realized the serious gap in the market, whereby we have a population now is about 200 million, but many are uninsured against any form of insurance. This informed the NICOM decisions to pursue rigorously the financial inclusions years ago. And we've been coming up with some reforms just to address this issue. Popular among them is MDRI, Market Development and Restructuring Initiative, and some enabling environments provisions that we provided in our regulations, like macro insurance guideline, the careful insurance guideline, web aggregator, market conduct, and lastly, the recent one, Sandbox, which is about to be issued. These are aimed at market penetrations to bridge the gap. Sooner or later, we had interaction with FSD Africa, and they gave us wonderful solutions to our problem. Well, we had some achievements. Actually, we get some development, particularly on the supply side. We have a number of operators, those who are able to produce inclusive services or products, but still the challenges were persisting as the supply side development is still minimum. Our interaction with FSD actually opened our eyes to see the green area. And thank God, we have keyed into their program and support. We thank God for this. This program, this program, the BimaLab actually is a platform created by these experts to bring all the partners together so that the gap existing in the market can adequately be addressed and the blockage be taken away. So all the parties will be there. And it focuses on the customers, actually, because the demand side is not expanding. So focus on the customers. NICOM is ready to provide friendly regulations. We are ready to actually get the support and advices of these experts. So the connections actually is going to be positive. We pray that the program will be successful, and at the end of the day, all the stakeholders are going to be happy, particularly the customer side. Commissioner has already highlighted our journey and the challenges we are facing, so I don't want to repeat. What I want to say, our representatives have already keyed into the program, and they are ready to provide all the necessary information and support to the experts. So, Mr. Alliance, we wish you successful programs and successful stay in Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Sabiu Bello Abubakar. It's great, and yeah, we are looking forward to really being Abuja and Lagos. As I've mentioned earlier, the success that we are going to get out of this will really have a great impact to any Nigerian really that might be facing any form of risk. And ideally, our work is to enable that particular resilience to be created. Maybe just to highlight the application criteria, because this is something that is important for us to bring into perspective. Now, we are looking at solving these particular challenges, and we believe that these challenges that have been mentioned, the Commissioner mentioned a couple of challenges, Mr. Abubakar has also mentioned additional challenges, and also just going through the charts, I see that there's need to solve some of these particular challenges. And those challenges won't be able to be cannot solve themselves. We just have to come together to solve them. So if we have a like-minded regulator that leads from the front, like NICOM, and I believe not all regulators are like NICOM. NICOM is basically spearheading this particular exercise. Then the only thing that we should expect is positive change. So just to mention some of key areas that we'll be looking at for the applicants of the BimaLab Insurtech Accelerator program in Nigeria. We are looking to have what we call very innovative, very unique business solutions that are focused into solving compelling problems, both economic and social, and also these particular programs that will be able to bring value to the insurance industry. So at the center of these particular solutions or products, the customer is really important. Secondly, we are looking at solutions that are genuinely innovative, that will be able to disrupt the entire insurance ecosystem. The second issue We also need to look at use of technology. We are going to check on the solutions that will use the technology as part of the business solution, because we need to ensure accessibility and reach. Mr. Abubakar has mentioned 200 million people in Nigeria. The only way to reach out to these particular persons, to reach out to these particular businesses, is through the use of technology. And that means that do we have alternative distribution mechanisms that will create that systemic change? Third is that we are looking to have more of a working prototype. So is it something that can we be able to scale and ensure that it drives a bigger impact in terms of inclusive insurance? So if we have a solution that is at the market viable, more of a market viable product, then it will be good that these are solutions that we can work with to drive the necessary impact within the market. We're also looking at leadership. You should have already an existing team that is highly comprised of driven, coachable, and collaborative people, because one of the key things that we always advocate for is that the first level of interaction is within the lab. We want to create that partnerships. And we've seen that happening in other countries, whereby some of the Insurtechs have gone ahead and merged. The biggest announcement was made just recently, where one of the companies that did participate in the BimaLab in Kenya, Lami, has so far gone ahead and merged with Blue Wave Insurtech. So we believe that these particular discussions will be able to enable these Insurtechs work together to drive the biggest change that Africa needs. So we look at a team that will highly collaborate and work together towards solving some of the challenges that we face in this particular continent. Over and above all, we look at the gender. We want gender-biased teams. We believe that we are creating an environment of equality. We want to see that gender inclusion is something that is taken seriously, and that particular component basically comes in with an added advantage. I want to stop at that particular point and maybe check with Tonya whether we can proceed or we can take a pause for the honorable representative from the Ministry of Finance to speak to us.
No, Elias, let's proceed.
Thank you. Right, so what are the benefits? And Alfred kind of highlighted some of these particular benefits, and also the way the commissioner mentioned, the NICOM team is really geared up to be part of this particular piece that will be able to be part of the benefits that applicants should be able to expect. So one of the key things is that we are providing capacity to NICOM, but also we believe that NICOM has the necessary capacity, and this particular platform will enable that access to NICOM's expertise and resources. We believe that NICOM should be able to provide guidance in terms of areas regulation that people need to be aware of. At the same time, offer guidance and regulatory clarity that enables these particular Insurtechs and even the entire insurance ecosystem to move forward. Second thing is that we will be providing business advisory support. We have very able implementing partners. In this particular case, we have Tilistic as one of our partners, but also they'll be working together with BFA Global, the Catalyst Fund, a company that has been assisting so many Insurtechs across the continent to provide the business advisory support, but also provide the technology platform support. We are going to look at the technology solutions that these particular companies have, and can we be able to even make those particular solutions better? What kind of technology should we also further assist these particular companies with? Access to mentorship, that is something that has been mentioned from experts and high-profile mentors across the world. We'll also provide connections with investments, investors across the world. Will enable them to navigate and showcase their solutions and even support them in terms of the challenges that they face. We'll also provide peer-to-peer support, and that's why we highly advocate for these particular groups to work together. We believe the first help will come from that particular member within the BimaLab cohort. Above all, they'll be able to pitch the innovative solutions, and we'll be able to invite all of you for the demo day. And demo day is that particular day that we kind of come back after the weeks of training, the weeks of mentorship, to see what these particular members or these particular applicants have come up with. And from there, we'll be able to validate and take those particular solutions forward. Over and above all, as FSD Africa, we are looking to provide grant funds to successful Insurtechs that will be participating in this particular program. We believe that with this particular fund, the Insurtechs will be able to even scale their solutions to the next level. So I want to call upon Emma, one of the implementing partners that we are working with to really drive this particular process. And Emma will kind of talk us through some of the things that she has been doing in Kenya. And I know she's raring to come to Nigeria. I know there are so many stories have been said that Nigeria has the best food. And yeah, Emma, there you go. Your next stop should be Emma. In Lagos or in Abuja.
Sorry, Elias and Emma, I'm sorry to interrupt you. So I believe we have the minister's representative. Shall we go ahead with that first?
Sure.
Okay. All right. So Bernard, if you're ready to go, you can unmute and go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. We can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah. I'm very sorry to come very late. It is because of network problem. We are very sorry, and the Honorable Minister, please, we want to give a very short keynote, and that is what I will present now, and I hope that you will understand because of the network problem we have. And I'm going to read what she has for this program. And it goes like this, that it is my pleasure to be part of the launch of BimaLab Nigeria, an Insurtech Accelerator platform aimed at selecting, coaching, and mentoring insurance firms in developing innovative business solutions focused on solving compelling economic problems as well as bringing commercial value to the Nigerian insurance industry. She is equally delighted to note that the National Insurance Committee has partnered with Financial Sector Deepening Africa as part of the commitment to encourage innovation and promote insurance market development. In note to satisfaction, the effort of FSD Africa in building and strengthening financial market across sub-Saharan Africa is numerous programs such as the Capital Market Regulatory Support Program, which provides funding to build the capacity of capital market regulator across sub-Saharan Africa, which has aided, for example, the development of the 10-year capital market master plan by the Security and Exchange Commission Nigeria to further push the Nigerian capital market. Are all efforts worthy of commendation. Furthermore, the FSD African support in development of the non-sovereign green bond market in Nigeria that facilitated the launch of the green bond insurance route by SEC in 2018 and is several funding and capital injection drive to boost supply of capital to small businesses across sub-Saharan Africa are truly laudable. So the launch of the Insurtech Accelerator platform under the Insurance Market Development Program of FSD Africa has bettered innovation financial solutions such as InfoSec, FlexPay, the point of sale, SEX, UFIS, United Financial Identifier System, and to mention a few of them. They are all efforts that have contributed in addressing the need of unbanked population, refugee and their host communities, and underserved market in various African countries. It is my candid belief that BimaLab Nigeria will bear similar constructive innovations that will herald inclusive insurance and significant boost to insurance penetration indices in Nigeria. So the opportunity for insurance growth in the light of the country's large population, as well as government drive for diversification, are quite visible. The Nigerian population is growing alongside a buoyant informal economic, particularly driven by the small-scale enterprises. It is now imperative to ensure increased connectivity with about 2/3 of Nigerians who now have smartphones, with more than half of them using the internet regularly. With the appropriate regulatory and support from the federal government of Nigeria and its agency, the untapped opportunities in the Nigerian insurance market will be optimally exploited. So I want to congratulate in advance the participants of BimaLab Nigeria, as the benefit of participations go beyond a platform to pitch your innovative business solution during the demo day and access to FSD Africa BimaLab Grant Fund. It is indeed an opportunity to assess mentorship from a range of experts and high-profile mentors, representing a broad skill base, increased connections and network, not only within Nigeria, but across Africa, that can support investment, promote innovative ideas, and formation of new partnership and incorporation of future companies. So thank you for your attention, and the Honorable Minister wish everybody a value-adding deliberations. So thank you, and I hope that you bear with us because we came in a little bit late. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much, and we are grateful to get those enlightening remarks from the Honorable Minister. We believe that Nigeria, as one of the priority countries for the UK government, based on the number of programs that the Honorable Minister mentioned in that particular speech, will not just mean that we will not be doing more programs in Nigeria. We believe that, yeah, we are just starting, and we are going to even work much, much closer with the Nigerian government to run other key projects that will create that systemic change in Nigeria. Thank you, and pass our regards to the Honorable Minister. Right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And be online, because you will be helping us to officially cut the ribbon for BimaLab. So let me just run quickly to Emma. I know you're excited to be in Nigeria, even as early as tomorrow. So tell us, what will be taking you there?
Absolutely. Well, obviously, the food and the fashion sense are the two real reasons I want to come. But in particular, I want to talk a little bit more about BimaLab. My work is a learning consultant. I support in implementing the BimaLab program. I've run the last 2 programs in Kenya. I'm excited to kick off in Ghana and can't wait to be launching the program in Nigeria. So really excited to be with all of you today. Some of the comments and questions were about the overall structure of the program and what you can expect from the types of support that we'll provide and the way that you'll be learning. So I'm going to talk through that with all of you. And then I'll get to hand it back so that we can officially launch. So our program has 4 core elements. The first piece is we support the cohort through entrepreneurship workshops that are targeted to provide them with key information, resources, and peer feedback that helps with areas like your business model, your connection with your customers, the product that you're developing. In conjunction with those workshops, we have speakers who Alfred spoke about a little bit, who come in from Insurtech all around the world to provide their insights to all of you about their learnings, their best practices, what you can try yourself as an Insurtech company. Many of our speakers are open to connecting after the session, and there have been partnerships and work that's come from that in our former programs. In addition, we provide mentorship and advisory. Each company is connected with a mentor who works directly with them through the entire program. They act as a coach and a guide, answering your questions and supporting you with connections and linkages. In addition, we support each company by providing them with a group of advisors. Advisors are there to provide targeted support for pain points for each company. For example, they might be experts in sales and marketing, or developing a growth strategy, or engagement with investors. And so we identify the needs of companies in the program and provide them advisors who support directly. In addition, one of the most incredible parts of the BimaLab program is around the exposure and connection. An additional way that we provide that is through office hours. For office hours, it's your chance to get in front of the partners in the program. That includes the regulator, key insurance players in the market, and other individuals who come in to support the program. In addition, we also provide one-on-one support through technical review. So if there are key areas of challenge in the tech side of your Insurtech solution, we support you by providing a guide who can help with some of those key challenges. So these are the key elements of our program. Our program is then delivered over a 10-week period. And during that time, we structure your learning in such a way that you have 2 weeks where you intensely focus on a specific topic area. Your entrepreneurship workshops and your speaker series are designed to connect directly to those areas of learning. And so that supports or helps to ensure that you get experts providing you guidance, and then you have more time getting a little bit more structured feedback and support. So just to respond to the question around technical support. So for technical review, that relates directly to providing review and support for the technical side of your Insurtech solution. So for example, if you are, your solution has to do with AI, we'll go through the solution that you've provided. And if you're having particular challenges, we can provide unique support and guidance to help you with some of those challenges. We'll also reach out to help find individuals who can provide additional support if you're struggling with the technical side of your product. So those are sort of the core elements of the program. During the program, you'll focus on your ability to have a clearly articulated business model with a value proposition that sets you apart from others in the market. We'll dig deeply into your customer base, your understanding of them, and as a result, your ability to sell and market to those individuals who need your product. We'll then transition to the product side. We'll look around your product development processes. Are you using best practices in testing, iterating, and using data to support your work? We'll then transition into looking a bit more at your growth strategy. This is an opportunity to think about what impact and scale looks like. What are business models that tend to have the best scalability? And what are partnerships that will help you to grow? At the end of the program, we take a step back and assess your company and the health of your company. Ideally, we're looking to ensure that you have founders and a team that are all driving towards the same mission and vision. And so those are some of the key elements that we include in your learning cycle. And these go over a 2-week period as shared before. In addition, just to do a quick response to some of the questions. So the technical support is assumes that you already have a strong technical team and that you may just need targeted guidance in order to move your technology towards implementation. So for those of you who are eager to apply and to engage in this program, we're providing technical assistance with the assumption that you're all coming, as we've shared, with an MVP. This means that you've already begun your building, you have engaged some customers, and you're either about to go to market or are in market, and will provide some guidance and support to help you continue to access that market using your tech-based solution. So with that, that is the overall BimaLab program, how we think about learning, as well as the types of support that we provide. I see a lot of excitement about the launch of this program. We're really eager to begin to welcome applications. And so I want to hand it back to Elias, who can, before that, I want to talk about a couple of other ways that you can get involved, review timelines, and then I'll hand it back to Elias. So for those of you who are on this call who are not Insurtechs who'd like to join the program, we have other ways you can get involved. First, we're looking for corporate partners. This means that you're already in the market and you would like to support in a variety of different ways in enabling this work to go forward. If you are a corporate partner who would like to work with us, please reach out after this session. We'd love to engage with you and find ways for you to support this program. As I shared before, there are 2 key ways that you can get involved in the program. If you are an Insurtech founder, leader, if you're sort of at the a bit further in your career as an entrepreneur, we would love to invite you to be a mentor. Mentors work incredibly closely with a company in the cohort, so please let us know if you'd like to be a mentor. If you are an expert in a particular area, sales and marketing, growth strategy, engagement with funders, technology, we'd love for you to join us as an advisor. So if any of these seem like opportunities you would like to take advantage of, please reach out after this session, and we would love to have you walk this journey with us, even if you're not part of the cohort. I'm going to quickly run through key dates just to make sure that you all know what you can expect. And then with that, I will hand it back over and we can officially launch the program. As you all know, we are having our launch event today, which means that we will open applications after this session ends and run applications through the 23rd of February. Not that we're watching, but we highly recommend you get your applications in early and don't wait until the last minute. We'll then complete the selection process from the 24th of February through the 4th of March. During that time, candidates that we would like to, candidates we're interested in learning more about, we'll schedule time to interview you, and then you'll receive information about selection on the 7th of March. The program will begin on the 14th of March, so just about a month from today. And then we'll run the program, and as you've heard, we'll conclude with demo day and an awards ceremony that will end on the 27th of May. So just a few dates to remember. Applications will open today. We can't wait to connect with all of you. Our program will begin on the 14th of March and will conclude on the 27th of May with demo day. So again, we can't wait to have all of you here with us. As we shared before in requirements, remember we're looking for companies who already have a minimum viable product. So we want to make sure that you already have built the tool that you're using. That'll be a key part of your application process, letting us know where you are in the journey. So again, we open applications today. We start the program the 14th of March, and we conclude the 27th of May with demo day. And with that, Elias, I'm going to hand it back to you so that you can officially launch the program.
Right, and thank you very much, Emma. It's a pleasure to really ensure that you will be taking the next flight to Abuja and Lagos.
Exactly.
And we have your tickets ready for that. So I just want to call upon our chief guests to get back on track, because I'm not privileged to do this. I'll call upon Mr. Ben, Mr. Thomas, Mr. Kelvin, and the minister's representative to have their videos back on. We want you guys to do this official launch. As Emma stated, I'm not the guy to really cut the ribbon. You are the persons to the ribbon, so to cut it. So yeah, so again, I'll hand it over to you, our chief guests, to do this honor. So back to you, and maybe Thomas, you can guide us on how we can do this ribbon cutting. It's virtual. I've never done one virtually, but I think the team will also be clapping. So Thomas, take it up, sir.
Yes, I was thinking that with your experience since the inception of the virtual world, that you will have caught so many tapes, so many virtual tapes. I'm more novel, I'm more of a novice than yourself in this respect. But however, I would say the representative of the Honorable Minister, Finance, Budget and National Planning, our special guests on this occasion, you are invited to virtually cut the tape to declare alive BimaLab Nigeria. And this will give a new life to insurance development in Nigeria. You are welcome, sir.
Thank you, Honorable Commissioner for Insurance in Nigeria. Like you rightly observe, I don't know how to cut the tape virtually. However, through my words, I want to say that it's the pleasure of the Honorable Minister of Finance, Dr. Mrs. Zainab Shamsuna Ahmed, to officially cut the tape that launched BimaLab Nigeria and Insurtech Accelerator platform that will contribute to the development of the insurance industry in Nigeria. And so I thank every participant.
Thank you, Honorable Minister.
Right. Thank you very much, and we thank the organizers of this, Holistic. We also thank NICOM team for working extremely hard to get this happening today, but also the team at FSD that have put a lot of work to get this to this particular moment. ours is just to really appreciate all our attendees. We are available for further discussions, and I believe that we'll be sharing the recording of this particular launch. Further than that, we are also going to share the slides with all of us. Looking forward to BimaLab Nigeria. And yeah, thank you very much for your participation this afternoon. Thank you, and may God bless you. Have a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Elias.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.